Hi, I'm Penny Marshall, the director of League of Their Own.
Hi, I'm Lori Petty. I played Kit Keller.
I'm Tracy Reiner. I played Betty Spaghetti Horn.
I'm Megan Cavanaugh. I played Marla Hooch.
Okay, this scene that's taking place now was shot in Sherman Oaks, as a matter of fact. It was an added-on scene. We had an original scene there, but we cut it because we didn't have time. So this was actually shot in L.A. And this is Hans Zimmer, who did the music, who is English-German, who never saw a baseball game in his life. But he had themes for Dottie, for Kit, for everyone, because we didn't use as much source music as that are in movies now. And these are the stars coming up: Gina, Lori, Madonna, Tom, and many members of my family. And it was, I always feel that the credits are left to the discretion of the director. And all these girls worked so hard that they all got front-end credits.
Thank you, Penny.
You're welcome, Megan.
Who doesn't?
And this is a scene be older Dottie and her daughter. And it is not Gina, but it is Gina's voice. The lady who is playing Gina, older Gina, is...
The Queen of Diamonds, Dottie Hinson, Margaret.
Lynn Cartwright.
Lynn Cartwright, that's right, Lynn Cartwright. And who's her daughter?
Kathleen Butler.
Kathleen Butler.
You still have
There's
half
my
the
brother's
props.
Fred.
Frank, he has a name, Frank, and he's always been very nice to you.
Penny, did you take that horse home that's right there in the window?
I think a lot of the stuff comes from my house
Yeah,
sometimes.
three of the lamps upstairs you still have.
Yeah, because I take things. Or I have them and I put them in the set because it saves money.
It was just something I did. That's all.
And I shop a lot.
Realize how special it was.
And this scene was just done, after we shut down, after we finished, we wrapped. They said, well, we need this because the studio was yelling, why are we crying at people we don't know? And they had already shot the back end, so
Oh,
it was,
look.
there's your name.
Megan, Rosie, Tracy, Biddy.
Biddy's on Monk now.
And Annie
Annie
Cusan.
Q's on.
Brotherhood of Poland, New Hampshire.
Eisenheimer. Julie next door is watching you. I don't want to get
You
into
see, there's Sherman Oaks, Studio City.
Jeffrey, come here.
And it was mainly about the competition of two sisters that we were trying to set up here with the two boys being competitive too. And her telling him both things. I see. And this is a song Carole King wrote, bless her heart, who I love dearly. And I really wanted it for end credits, but Madonna wanted to write her own song. And this is a great song that Carole wrote.
This song
so-
makes me cry every single time I see
and it
this
works
movie.
great at the end too, but it's at the beginning. Ellen Lewis won an award for casting this movie. And there's Hans, who knew nothing about baseball. And as well as my DP. Oh, Bill Pace and Ronnie Clemmer had part of this story they bought and they were going to make an HBO movie. And so we partnered with them and gave them credit. Cynthia Flint, a great wardrobe person, who I took from John Sayles, who did 8 Men Out. George Bowers, great editor, one of the many. And that was shot going to Cooperstown. Bill Groom, who also we bumped up to production designer. He worked under Anton first.
Miroslav.
There's Miroslav Andrzejczyk,
Right.
who's Czechoslovakian. Knew nothing about baseball. Oh, look at me.
Couldn't
And-
really speak English.
And these are the real players. Anyone who's not, these are all real ball players
Yeah.
that played in the league. And that was the purpose of me doing the movie, was to use these people. Lowell Gans and Babalu Mandela, the ones who wrote the screenplay, because I went to women and they did not want to write this. So there you have it. Robert Greenhut, I've worked for years. Elliot Abbott was my partner. And these are all real players, majority of them.
Penny Marshall, director.
Yay!
See? Real
These
players.
ladies are in their 70s and hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Now here you have an actress. These are actresses.
She's so funny.
I tried to put everyone's voice of my girls into it, but Rosie couldn't do this lady. She could, come here. She couldn't do it. So I really just needed Gina. This is stock footage of great players, Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio promises to give those Nazis a jolt. Ace fireballer Bob Feller has
Bob
traded
Feller.
gray for navy blue.
These are
Baseball's biggest stars.
These were all the guys who went into the service during World War II, which left a void,
The Indians, Red Sox, and Tigers. And they won't come back till it's
including Ted Williams. Now, this scene coming up
Chicago club owner Walter Harvey
was really a full scene,
met with other team owners.
but we made it into a newsreel. The lights fell on this table, as a matter of fact, and you will see it in the additional scene footage, but this was in an original scene. David Strathern, who's a wonderful actor, who put his audition on tape. There's Elliot Abbott on the corner, who's a producer. I run out of people, so I put anyone around him. And this is 1943 in Oregon, where Kit and Dottie live. And they had factory league games, so they worked at the Lukash Dairy. I see you're watching again. See, you got to talk, Lori. You were
Oh,
here.
I'm watching the movie because I haven't watched it for a while.
There's Lovitz.
Yeah, Lori, sulky.
I just want to play ball. People keep telling me what to do.
This shows the dissension between the two sisters.
This was really fun because it's like my character was going through a lot of things that I was going through doing this movie, being like new to movie making, and
I'm sorry, go ahead. So sorry.
being new to movie making and working with this Academy Award winning actress and wanting to be good and do everything myself, and it was just really paralleled what
There's
was going
Spoonie.
on.
Spoonie. Greg Sporleader.
And the umpire was from my hometown, got this huge newspaper article written about him, and I was mentioned. And I was like, hello, hello.
Well, most of these are local people. We built this field, more or less. And these are all regular, local girls playing.
How many original fields? They played on like 3 or 4,
We
right?
built this one up, and we built Rockford home field, Bossy Field for the Racine team. Was original.
Huntingsville.
It was in.
I used to
in
live
Evansville.
in Rockford,
Evansville.
Illinois.
Did
I
you?
actually lived in Rockford, Illinois. My father still lives there now. So it was really a big deal for him and the people in Rockford to have this movie come out. Also, I played baseball and softball my whole life. So playing baseball in a movie was just a dream come true. I had so much fun. Now, I wouldn't normally miss, the ball. But yeah, I was
she-
supposed to.
Had to. There's the referee,
Paid
the umpire that was had the article about him.
Right, the big article.
Umpire, referee. I'm waiting for basketball season.
The wool hat with the wig underneath it was especially nice in the summertime, I have to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the people, we brought our leads in from California, but most of the other players and people are from Indiana or Chicago, depending where we were at the time, but they were locals.
Didn't each town have tryouts when you came in to even fill the extra spots? In the
Well,
background?
you girls had to go through tryouts,
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was 2,000 girls in LA auditioning.
and I couldn't even read. I wouldn't read any actresses that didn't pass the baseball test because I can't double people. And so, though some great actresses missed out, but I got great actresses in it because they had time to, they could play.
There's just
And
some great actresses who
Excuse me,
can't
I'm
play
very
ball.
sad right here. I'm sad. I'm acting sad. I'm sad. There's sad acting. Okay, go ahead and
They're
talk.
picking on you. They be picking on
Mom
you.
likes
likes
you
you.
best.
What was Spoonie's name?
Spoonie.
Sweaty Swaley.
Sweaty
Swaley.
Right, Sweaty
Oh,
Swaley.
one step up from dating pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this scene,
Mitch Swaley, right?
Mitch Swaley, yeah. this scene was a walk and talk situation, and with a steady cam. Now, when you have a steady cam and sound, you have the sound man, the boom
Gravel.
holder, the camera guy, the focus puller, myself, and it's gravel. So all you heard was. So I luckily put headphones on Lori and Gina there and played back a take, so they looped right then, because I knew that it was going to be too gravelly. The sound was terrible. So this is all looped.
And Gina's walking in a hole, and I'm walking on a mountain because I'm much shorter than she is.
And to fit them into frames, sometimes you have to do that. And this is in Illinois.
I'm loving.
It's in Indiana.
I'm loving my wig right now.
Yeah, well, if you grow your hair, Lori. And the truth of the matter be that Lori runs much faster than Gina.
It was so fun to try to run as hard as I could and be slower than her. Look, acting.
She could outrun her so fast. And Lori, you gotta lose.
I don't want to lose ever.
So,
Look how pretty that is.
It's gorgeous.
yeah, that was. We were trying to make this Oregon, but we were in Indiana.
Oh my God.
Remember
milk.
taking lessons on the milking of the cow?
Yes, I do. And then the cows go to the bathroom whenever they want. Oh, here comes Lovitz.
Speaking of going to the bathroom.
He's so funny. It's so hard not to laugh off camera or on camera when he's in a scene.
John, this part was written for. That's the only person in the movie the part was written for, because he's funny.
And the cows like to act.
I saw you playing today.
And,
Not bad. Not bad.
And he has a little trouble walking and talking at the same time. And he's so focused that, a cow actually fell over during the scene, and he didn't even stop. It just keeled over. And also a cow gave birth. So we had to yell cut and let the cow give birth. They named the calf Penny. But he plays. He didn't even. John, the cow dropped dead. Yeah, he rolled.
Master Thespian.
Master
Can't be
Thespian. He's got a
interrupted.
little bald spot. I hope you will be happy with that.
I would be biting my tongue so hard I'd be bleeding. He's so funny. And then he'd go, "Was that okay? Was that good?" Like, John, you're incredible. Pushing that cow. Watch this. We didn't go that time.
We needed business. I never liked people just to stand still. I liked them doing things at all.
So that's why I had to push the cow, because you like business?
Yeah, because they had to move Gina out of the way and move her back.
She's good. She's very good. She's a pitcher. She just didn't pitch today because she
I'm
pitched
mad.
the day before.
It's okay.
Mad business.
Don't hurt the cows, Lori. She's yanking on that cow now.
I'm acting.
Oh, come on. What do you say? Are you in?
No thanks.
Daddy.
No, thanks. Hey, no skin off my ash, Tabula. You want to stay here plucking the cows?
John could get away with saying almost anything.
Ooh, that one hurt. So long, milkmaids.
And he was really the only one in a period voice of how they talked in
right.
43.
There was a
And then I
little
was nervous.
anarchy about that.
So I was trying to make him talk like Marty Scorsese once, and he couldn't do it.
Here comes the cow making the noise. He wouldn't shut up, remember?
Yeah, the cow would moo, and John would get flustered. And I said, so tell it to shut up. Can I say that? Oh, John, please, how many movies have you done with me? And, see, the cow.
Will you shut up?
So
I'm just trying so hard not to die right here.
and so he told the cow to shut up. And then we had to put all the stuff in his leg pants. Raw egg shells so that chickens would pick at his feet. And then there was a scene preceding this that's on the additional scene list. But I have that cabinet still that they're at.
You have the salt and pepper shakers, too. Those little
Yeah.
green ones.
I go shopping with them. This is their parents are played by Ron Howard's father, and
kid something?
Rance, right?
Lance.
Rance.
And the mother is let's see, there was Ron's father.
Did she play Margaret? Is that her name? Blair Barron?
No, that's
No,
Morgan. No, she's Mrs.
Oh, no, yeah, Mrs. Cuthbert.
I don't remember.
I see her all the time. She lives in Santa Monica.
It's not in there according to cast order.
Oh, crap.
Mark
I
Keller,
love
Ray
this-
Allen.
Ray Allen. Yeah, I
That's
see
who
her
it is.
constantly.
That's it.
Okay, here's a local guy this is Chicago, outside of Chicago. This is Union, where the Zephyr trains are.
Right, it's up near
State.
Crystal Lake.
And so this is supposed to be, or still Oregon. And we were trying to yell, timber, in the back to make it seem like Oregon.
Every time you see the back of John Lovett's head, you guys put a joke in his mouth.
Well, yes, because I don't like silence. And
Well, I'll say one thing for them. They can run.
this is another area where Lori can run faster than Gina.
I was hoping she was going to make that trade, I'll tell you.
Look at Lori's legs kicking and Gina's just trucking along.
Come on. Come on.
Give me that back. Come on.
Gary Takon, he was my masseuse, my driver sometimes, my...
Diane Lane's masseuse. He's a bunch
Everyone
of
is-
people's masseuse.
Well, we had a masseuse because everyone got sore from... And he also acted. He now doubles for Alec Baldwin.
When we get to Chicago.
Oh, this scene... Sean's character was based on a cigar. And he didn't know, we come to do the scene, and he didn't light it. He didn't know how to light it. I said, who did you think was going to light it?
Megan!
Yay.
And he said the prop man. The train also caught on fire that day, and he had a little asthma attack. And also this scene is missing of Marla and the girls eating. That's in the lifted additional scenes. And Megan?
I remember when we were getting ready we'd been in spring training for a couple months to get ready to play, and I had to learn to bat left-handed. And when I came in to do this scene, Penny was going to have my double do the batting, and I asked, please,
Batting
please,
for the
please.
lefty.
For the lefty, right. And I said, please let me try it, and I went into a little prayer and got up and I did it, and you just rolled and rolled, and I just kept hitting them, and it was fabulous. And they gave me a trophy the next day.
We like to reward people. And Eddie Jones played her father, who
so
was
brilliant.
wonderful.
So good.
He's a great actor.
And actually, when we were shooting on the farm, and the clouds came in, so Mike Haley, all right, Daisy, the campers are gonna sink. So we quickly ran to New Harmony. And, like
got
a
to go.
bat out of hell. And actually, it rained on that shot.
It did.
For real. We had all the rain ready, and it rained for real. So God was on our side.
Oh, this is the greatest
This is the
reveal
great-
in the
this is-
history of movie making.
Well, Miroslav Andrzejczyk, who said, oh, she has beautiful eyes like a cow. Like, that was a good compliment.
Malichko. He always called me Malichko. Oh, my God.
And John's take was very good.
John, I can remember John saying to me, you really are a good-looking girl. You're not ugly. And I said, John, I don't care. I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Well, because you were working as a waitress at
I
that time.
was at Dubovic's.
So it didn't matter to me what anyone had done before or didn't do before.
Right.
If they could play ball, they were here. And that's what we did. And there was another thing during
You mean you ain't taking her because she ain't pretty?
Well, look who just caught up. All right, come on, let's go.
the feminist move.
Oh, yeah.
Putting down the suitcases.
I love
John here, also when the father comes to talk to him, Waller's father, John didn't blink. I said, what are you doing?
Oh, right. I remember this.
And he said, well, Michael Caine said, if you blink, then they'll cut away from you. I said, do you really think I'm going to be holding on you while this man's talking?
Right.
React. He gets these ideas in his head. And he's
Do you know
wrong.
what John's name was at the Four Seasons?
Oh,
Edna.
Mrs.
Mrs.
Edna Pooply-Doop.
He would make you call him that way. Say it. Say my name.
This scene we had to loop over the entire scene
Why?
because of noise.
because there was noise.
Now, this is supposed to be Colorado.
Right.
So we reversed the shooting, because if you notice, the Kit and Dottie scene is all towards this,
Right.
or from the train out. And then this is the same station, same train. We just turned it around. So this is now Colorado.
Well, and I remember, Penny, in this scene, I had to cry, and like the first 2 times we did it, I cried, and then after that I couldn't cry anymore. And you came up and gave me those ammonia tablets.
The crystal
And said-
blower. They put menthol in a little.
No, there's a poppers
These
also.
are poppers. These were like ammonia poppers, and you'd pop them and sniff, and the tears would come. And by the time we finished this day, I smelled like I could mop the floor with my nose. And it was the same day I had to eat all that food. It was insane. Oh, I love this scene.
Yeah, this scene, the editor actually said, we could live without this scene. I said, no, this is the heart of the movie. Because there is a scene comes after this of them eating on the train,
Right.
which is very funny.
Right.
But that's the scene that's cut. That's in additional footage. And John's making up most of this stuff
Oh, yeah.
here, and so are the girls. There's more of the girls
Well, I love
talking to him.
when the American flag reflects. I just love that when they close the doors and
Yeah, it's Gary
Eddie
Taker
Jones
again.
saying "I love you" makes me want to cry every time.
Because it was,
love that.
and Kansas music's killer.
So great. I'm teary right now.
And so the cut
You're
eating of the
popping those
food is on
ammonia
the
things.
additional thing.
Oh, this train.
Zephyr. I bought a lot of stuff outside of Union for that one.
This is Wrigley Field. Oh my God. This day. I thought I had died and gone to heaven when we did this day.
Well, you're a Chicago
I'm
born.
a Chicago
And the
girl.
owners of Wrigley Field weren't quite sure what
No.
happened
They were
when we
very-
got there.
That look on my face is for real. I mean, I was so in awe of where we were and that I was actually walking on the sacred grounds of Wrigley Field. I went and I threw myself into the ivy and just like hugged the ivy and like just let it envelop me. It was great.
Dry your eyes.
There's a great speech that John gave about Babe Ruth that's in the additional
Oh, good.
footage.
Oh, good.
That we tried it a million times. It's great, but I had no joke to follow it. So, but these girls are all local Chicago girls because this was shot in Chicago. And one girl, Robin, actually came from L.A.
Robin Knight, yeah.
Robin Knight. And she was a great player, and I couldn't carry her, so she got in herself. And
She stayed in my room.
each of the girls let her stay in a room.
Yep.
There's Rosie and Madonna. She asked, what can you do, Rosie? I could balance the bat. So we make up stuff. I do think this is one of Madonna's best performances
Absolutely.
because I didn't need her to be the star. I needed her to play and I needed her to dance. And she worked, you girls, she worked her butt off.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But the thing about you, Penny, it's like you cast all these great people, and if you don't keep up, you get left back. And so Madonna was really giving 100% and was fantastic.
And she came in late.
And she
Yeah,
was
she did.
fantastic.
Yeah, because I lost Lindsay Frost to a series who was going to play May, and I needed someone to replace. I needed a dancer.
Madonna would run 8 miles before work. Then we'd work 14
and
hours.
then she'd have ask people to
And then
stay
dance at
and do
night.
more.
Yeah, then she'd do dance
We'd work
rehearsal.
until it was dark.
Yeah.
You know, they got over 100 girls.
And I made Rosie lose weight. This is the thinnest you'll ever see Rosie on film.
What do you mean some of us?
And Rosie, actually, this wasn't a part for Rosie. She read for your part.
I know she did.
But I thought Megan was better for the part. So there was supposed to be another, hot girl like Madonna. So we rewrote it and just said, I got to get Rosie in here. She's too good a
Right.
player and too good an actress. So we wrote it different.
That's great.
So things can change.
Oh my God! Remember how?
This woman is dead now, unfortunately.
Is she?
Yeah.
She was a local Chicago.
She's a great Chicago actress.
There's
There's Ray.
Rance.
I see Ray still. I see her in Santa Monica. I'm like, hi, Mom.
Dangerous consequences to the home, the children, and our country. When our boys come home
There's
from
Betty.
Me and Bill Hughes, the USC coach.
Yeah, well, we had real coaches in there, and as soon as the girls got hired, they went down to USC to practice.
And these guys had won like 7 years in a row. We had the best pitching coaches in the entire country.
Yeah, I'd never trained women and loved their wives dearly after.
We showed them.
And Brenda was yes, who could do what? She could slide, so we let her front
Well, she
slide.
had the padding in the front.
Well,
She's 5 foot. She could hit the ground quicker.
and
actually
that's the one Robin who let live in everyone's
Right,
room.
that's Robin Knight, yeah.
That shot, I think, was actually one of these shots was shot in Combisky Park.
Yeah, it was.
One of these shots that we're looking down on because we
A makeup
we
shot,
had a 4th of July party and we wanted to
did,
write it
that's
off.
right.
So we
Second unit camera out in left field and picked up a few shots to
there's
pay for the party.
There's a picture. When you're coming up, you're going to catch a ball, and it's not at Wrigley. Tracy.
Oh no, that's at
It's in Indiana at 2 in the morning.
Okay.
no, it's a daytime.
And
show.
Tom Hanks has a
daytime
camera
show.
on his
There's a couple
shoulder.
of them.
And girls were
That was
playing
me.
it, Megs.
Oh, right. She's going to bean one at you.
Now that's
That's
the double.
That's
Yeah.
a double.
The female double, not the male double.
Dude.
No, that's a girl.
That the guy who did the splits was
No, that's Freddie Simpson,
Fred
who's
Simpson.
a great
She's
player.
A great ball player.
Who just all Wrigley.
Oh,
And
yeah.
these are local girls who are great.
They sure were.
And here comes
Nice slide.
That's not Wrigley.
that's at the Rockford Peaches.
Right. That's Janet Jones.
That's Janet
She was
Jones.
an amazing player.
Great player. She
Janet
pitched
Jones
for
And Taya
Gretzky.
Leone. Remember? Taya's in this too.
Wayne Gretzky. Taya Leone's
That's
first
right.
base for the other team.
That's right.
I'm a peach.
Every time I've watched this movie, I look for Marla Hooch's name on that thing, and I can never find
It's
it.
there.
I know. I believe that it is, but I think I've actually paused the VCR to look.
So Krit's very happy here. See, this is all improvised. Because it's too stagnant.
Taya.
There's Taya with the green hat.
Well, if you cut to the race scene, you'll see Janet Jones, Wayne Gretzky's wife, who's a wonderful
Oh, look at
athlete. There's Annie
Annie.
Cusack.
Yeah.
Honey, are you supposed to be here? Or are you on the cut list?
And this is
This is taken from a true story, isn't it?
Sorry.
well, the Marla story is true. They lived over at Jim, but we didn't say they lived there. It's just that they did live over at Jim. There were girls who couldn't read. There were girls who couldn't write. And that's
Anne Ramsey.
Anne Ramsey, who appeared on
Mad About You?
Mad About You for a while. She's a terrific actress. And she's so grateful that she said, I'm so glad I worked with you because I know how to improvise now. And Annie Q is Joan and
John
John's.
Cusack.
And Joan.
So there were a million Q,
Oh,
the
the
fighting
Cusacks.
Qs. And
That's Don Davis.
Don Davis, who was the coach, a great guy.
Yeah.
This is Chicago. There's Biddy, who's in Monk with the yellow shirt.
You are the first members of the All-American Girls.
And we had some of our real coaches were playing coaches in the background.
I'm Charlie Collins.
And these are a lot of local and our actresses. And we worked for days. The Cubs were out of town, so
That's
we were
right.
allowed to use their court, but their field. But we had to be very careful because we had to remow the grass because the grass is different. They mow it now crisscross, and they didn't back then. And
So you had to resod Wrigley Field?
we remowed it.
We had
And
those
we had to
giant
watch,
cleats.
and we had to watch that we didn't put our cable and stuff on the grass because it kills the grass. And it's one of the most beautiful fields in the world.
Ladies,
I got to bring my father to this field.
I had my father fly out to this.
I brought my father to the field, too.
That's right.
My father did.
We
Everybody's
sat in the dugout
daddies
and swung
wanted
our
to go.
feet.
It was pretty cool to be able to tell your dad, well, I'm sorry, I'm not a guy, but I did make it into Wrigley Field for you.
Dad, I pitched on the mound at Wrigley Field. And my dad walks in and he just sees all the crew members sitting around because we're doing a take, so they can't be moving.
Right.
My dad's standing there. He's a businessman, and he goes, all these people getting paid to do nothing. I said, Dad, they've been here since 4 a.m. They've done their work. Now it's my turn. He didn't understand that, but he really liked Wrigley Field.
Well, everyone likes Wrigley
Oh, this
Field.
place. This was on the south side of Chicago.
This is
that
South
estate.
Side.
Yeah.
I had the giggles for 2 days doing this show, doing these scenes. I
So did
couldn't
I.
stop laughing.
I was... Penny, you gave me that brilliant shoulder up thing, which just...
Made the character,
Made the
and then we called
character.
it back at the end for the other
Right,
lady
right.
to come. But this was the same room. We did that. We also had a swimming sequence that we did by o'clock. 'Cause we were long. It was a 4.5 hour assemblage, so something had to go. But each girl, I must say, we went over everything
Yes.
in advance, and everyone wrote a story because they didn't write
Backstories,
backstories
for everyone.
for everyone.
That's right.
Yeah, you took everyone aside and said, "What do you do? What do you like to do? What are you going to do on the bus? What are you going to
Yeah,
do in the
why do
locker
you-
room?"
right.
And a lot of the original ladies came to the set to help us. and
couldn't-
gave us stories so we could compile
I couldn't
them.
hold it in this scene, and Penny just had to use it. I couldn't take it.
Whatever happens, I use.
That
Oh,
lady,
there's Joey.
look, she's like Norma Desmond.
What's her name? Joey Collins.
There's Renee.
Larissa.
Renee Coleman.
Renee. Canadian.
There's Taya.
There's Taya.
Get your hair.
Oh my God.
had a
Okay,
wig.
I
She-
did not know what to do when they got to me.
Freddie
Right?
Suitcase.
So she makes this comment and walks away, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, okay.
Penny doesn't call cut for like 9 years.
Oh, what are we doing?
No, I don't call cut because you never know what's going to
right.
happen, and I need the ends of scenes. People
Absolutely.
call cut on the period of a sentence. It's stupid.
No, I'm not. I mean, it's good.
And there's a scene that preceded this that's in the additional footage. There's my brother. I got lonely.
Uncle Gary,
This is
hi.
Chicago too.
That's right. Is this the Wrigley Mansion?
This is no. It's
No.
was supposed to be the
Got it.
Harvey Mansion, but no, it's some other house where the lights fell and they came and yelled at us inside.
Penny with the people.
But that lady in the charm school still sends me cards.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Mr. Harvey, I guarantee you that I'll do a better job than last time.
You kind of let me down on that San Antonio job.
Yeah. I freely admit, sir, I had no right to sell off the team's equipment like that. That won't happen again.
Let me be blunt. Are you still a fall-down drunk?
Tom always worried I'm too young for this, and I didn't want him cute for the, because I had all girls. So I said, eat like the wind. And he said, I'm too young. I said, no, you blew your knee out because you were drunk and you hurt your knee. Oh, I get it.
Just get fat.
So he went to Dairy Queen. He ate it. He could eat it. And they always had those billboards, pork, the other white meat.
The other white meat, that's right.
A lot of pork eating.
I gained 20 pounds on this movie just from the Kraft food service.
Well, we all thought we were skinny.
The Krispy
because the
Kremes.
locals are a little heavy. Middle America is a little, as even now. It's
Well, we were
because
all
of
working out
fast
6
food.
hours a day.
We were working out every day,
6
and then
to
we
8
weren't
hours a day,
anymore.
6 days a week.
But
and
even
then
Madonna, when she got home, she said, I'm fat. Because we look thin next to the background people.
and it was the 40s, so we should be heavier.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like you said, we're running, sliding, hitting, jumping for 4 months, and you're gonna.
I ate
lose
7
weight.
times a day.
Yeah. When we weren't sleeping. Yeah.
One time they left
Hurry! It's lunch. Go to sleep.
One time they left my curlers in my hair for 11 hours. I never went to anybody. I said, how long will it last? And I went finally, and I had an afro. I had a total afro.
But this was a beautiful house.
Yeah.
And my brother will will continue talking at any given time. He had dogs he called Honus and something. He had everything. So this is the field we built. This is in Huntingford.
That's the one I dedicated. That I got to dedicate.
She got to
the
be in
one-
a parade.
At the I was the
Grand Marshal.
The Grand
of the
Marshal of the
parade.
Huntingsburg.
There's Logan. He's a writer
There we go.
of the movie, but I needed something to cut away with. Two, rather. And there's a scene there where Marla gets a glove. That's
a new
in the
glove from my
additional
dad.
footage.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, yay.
And
Yeah, you're looking at it in the background.
Yeah, I know I am.
yeah, so we put the scene in. And here comes Tom's drunk entrance.
This was the scene that all the older players were a little upset
Very
about.
disturbed that urination happened.
Yes, urination did not
Look, I don't think it should happen either, but
Well, yeah, it's a
people
movie.
never talked about it, but they liked it, but I didn't. But I was, when Tom was doing this, I was actually with a bucket and a hose and was regulating
I remember you're behind the
flow.
toilet. You're behind that stall.
And I was regulating it, so he didn't know when he was going to be relieved.
Always
and
wondered-
then I'd start again. Yeah, you think he's over.
Why does
And
Madonna
then-
love the peeing?
Because how long can a guy stand there and the girls don't say nothing?
It's a bar trick.
You know, so I just kept, then go, oh, some more, and then back down. And so because how I can't hold on
Sight
him the
gags with
entire
27
time.
girls in the room.
I mean, they didn't write anything for the girls to react to, so every girl had a reaction.
Right.
And some were used, and some weren't.
Isn't this your looping right here?
No, I'm in the boarding house. So we just did this, and he was shaking, and it was something for Tom to play, but there was a lot of... I mean, you can't have the girls stand there doing nothing for the whole thing. That's what they don't tend to write. So we had Mo, Rowe, everyone. I think Ann Ramsey looked up the word in the book for you.
That's her,
But we didn't use them.
Right.
What are we gonna do? He didn't give us the lineup. We can't play without Alana.
Someone at a card show came up to me and told me how much that card would be worth, but I can't remember.
We kept it. I don't even know if it was him. Oh, wait, well, no.
No, they said it 1940-something Jimmy Dugan card,
Yeah.
Come on. How hard can it be to make a lineup? Come on. Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you...
We use this locker room a lot, and the din of noise, girls' voices when they're all talking at once before the shot is, could make your teeth hurt. There's Lowell again, because I needed some cutaways at different angles, so he's one of the writers, so he,
These
getting a
costumes are
booth.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, the Cynthia Flint
Gorgeous.
is amazing, but Tom did have to wear a wool
Yeah, he
outfit.
did.
It was very hot there in
God.
Indiana. That's hunting.
It's like 110.
Most of the time it was 110 on home plate. We measured it 120. Oh my God.
Well, we had enough exhaustion and breaking of noses and
During the practice.
all during the practice.
Well, you got a concussion. Tracy
did. So did Biddy.
You
The three of
did.
us. All three of us.
Learning how to slide.
That's right.
Putting women on slip and slides.
Well, we had to teach you how to slide somehow. But you got to keep your head up.
Well,
you have to be under 5 foot to slide on.
Well, no, but guys do it all the time.
Not on a slip and slide.
And
Well,
there's
they did it. It's in some movie now where they did.
those period mitts. There's no webbing between the fingers. That's how the girls got broken noses.
That's how
It's
Ann
'cause you
Ramsey with
hold
the
your
first
glove up.
baseman.
They were kind of giving us basketball exercises, though. She threw a ball in my face because
Well,
it's
they
a
learned
basketball
how to,
passing
well,
exercise.
watch Rosie fall. Yeah, okay. She said, I can't believe you used that take. I said it was the best take.
well, Madonna falls down in the bar.
Oh, yeah, we were trying to get out.
Totally tripped.
Yeah.
I don't
You'll
remember.
see it.
You
You'll
kept
see
it.
it. It's very
You
funny.
kept it. It was funny. Well, we were all drunk.
From the bar scene?
No, I'm teasing.
Oh.
You'll see it.
See, Freddie Simpson is, that's Ann who broke her nose because there no webbing.
But she likes her nose better now.
But she wanted to play. We kept saying, you can't play yet. This is during rehearsals. And Freddie Simpson, who's a shortstop, is the only one who could make this throw.
Yeah, watch her. Bam.
But we did in a cup, but she could hit.
Yeah.
Freddie was a volleyball player. She was going for the Olympics.
Megan's curly hair.
Everyone dyed their hair.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well,
That
you
was
made
Marcy
us dye our
Brown.
hair because no one had highlights in the 40s.
Yes, and everyone had a lot of brown hair, so we had to make them lighter or we had to make them darker.
I had strawberry blonde hair when we started. When I
Yeah, but
I
yours
got the
is
part.
streaked.
Yeah.
Look at your hair
Right,
now.
right.
It doesn't work.
No, no.
That's attractive.
That's attractive, but that's what he did. They kept telling me I didn't have the blue team shot. I said, give me a break.
Didn't you get a case of champagne from
Kodak, yeah,
Kodak
that
for
was
how much
at the
footage you
busing.
shot?
I shoot
Yeah.
a lot of footage. Well, look, I got 16 girls in each dugout.
After we hit 1 million feet, I think we stopped
No,
counting.
it's,
1 million feet?
No, that's when you get the case of champagne.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they find me.
They
That was
find
on
you
your
and
birthday.
gave you champagne.
Found
That was
us
in the
on
bus.
a road, yeah. We'll get to that. But it's so hard to color correct this because they were peach colored, it was red, and they're to match. But everyone had a thing. She knew, but Beans knew to pick up all the stuff. Everyone had a job.
We had lots of business.
Mm-hmm.
because it gets too stagnant, everyone doing the same thing.
Nice piece of coaching, Jimmy.
Hey, there's Beans coming out. She's in charge of getting all the leftover equipment.
Well, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
And that's some stuff, some Tootsie Roll and some other tobacco. Not tobacco, but some Tootsie Roll and something mix that he's spitting.
Made very clear to me what I'm saying.
That this is the first character part that he played. He played a man, not a boy, young boy. And this is the first real full-on character that Tom ever played, and he was great.
He was so great.
And he wanted to play it because he had some bad movies before. And so he liked this part. And he was great in this, just great.
Oh!
And he did that in one take, baby, right on the foot.
Paid you a little bit more, Jimmy. Could you be just a little more disgusting?
Well, I could certainly use the money.
See, I mean, everyone keeps going. Okay, this is another newsreel footage that we shot and stepped on. This is still Wrigley Field. No, it wasn't Wrigley, actually. It was all over the place. The exterior was. And actually, this lady, real player, taught Rosie how to throw that double pitch.
The shine still isn't off these diamond gals.
And some big jokes coming up.
Oh, yeah.
There's Beans on the left, who
That's Robin Knight, yeah.
Robin Knight, and then Renee Coleman. There's Ann Ramsey.
Look, why she goes, tea?
That's right.
Oh, coffee. Coffee, sorry.
That's right.
See, there's Tracy.
I learned to knit for this. I still have that
I must
piece.
say, girls work harder than boys. I'm just
What
saying.
did you say, Pen?
Girls work harder than boys.
You didn't believe that during the shooting of this film.
No, I'd only work with boys mainly, but they work harder.
You were sure until you got on Renaissance Man that it could
No,
have
well,
been
no.
easier.
Well, the din of getting them ready was hard
There's Laurie.
with the wig.
She's as single as they come.
Still is. There
Oh,
she
there
is.
I am.
Good joke.
What a
Hi.
Great joke.
I know.
Marlene.
God.
This is nice.
This
Watch
is a
this.
nice double play.
Nice. And I win! Yay!
So, but everyone knew what they had to do in every scene. That was the main thing. We wrote it down because we'd switch from good weather to nice, cloudy games to clean game.
Clean uniform, dirty uniform.
Yeah, which you can't even read
Can't
so
tell on
much.
TV.
But I had them rolling the bass line.
There's Biddy.
Now, there was extra stuff in this scene that's in an additional scene that we put in. So some is repetitious, but some of it is the same because we cut some of Tom out.
For us. I see.
But Biddy's very funny, and she had a...
And he says that I can't leave her somewhere.
And Tom's trying to comprehend it.
It's okay. So it's like she came up to us and told us she was reeling meal and
See how everyone reacts to whatever is going on. He spits. She doesn't let it go. She watches it. And that's acting is reacting. And that's what people think it's just saying your lines. It's reacting to whatever's going on. And is that Tootsie Roll mix.
Oh, hanging off his chin.
Well, he's the sweetest little boy. Everyone's just gonna love him.
This is Stillwell
I
Angel.
talked this kid into doing this, though. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't want to
He
hit
was
us.
he was a very sweet little boy, really, and
He was a local Indiana boy.
and he didn't want to do anything bad. He was a very sweet kid.
Well,
This was scary when we were filming this. I remember this.
yeah, some of them got hit with stuff.
Yeah.
But so, what's
I was pregnant when we were doing this.
well, you slut.
Baseball was very, very good to you.
I was married.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to kill your son. No.
And getting a little boy to do, but he would.
Madonna chased him right into therapy.
He didn't know who Madonna was. But at the opening, he had a white tuxedo. They sent me because they had
And
a
a
big
pink
screening in
ruffly
it.
shirt under it or something, or a baby blue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell you, little Parker. Sybil, Angel, have another chocolate bar.
See, they didn't get that this chocolate makes people kids crazy,
Right,
which is
right.
now because it's 1943. But
I
that
don't
was
like
it.
that he does this to her.
Well, I had to get something happening there.
I know.
I didn't want to go in.
It's just my own personal thing.
Yeah, well, something had to happen.
Get over it, Megan.
And there's more stuff here that's in an additional scene after.
Yeah, we talked about boys
with
are
Laurie
going out.
and
Madonna. Don't we talk about
but Laurie and Kit and Dottie go behind the bus. Laurie and Gina go up behind the bus and discuss not hanging out with me.
Daddy, you ain't on the farm anymore. Live a little bit.
And, and they had more stuff, the girls in the window, so we
You
put
know,
it in.
Pauline Cuthbert directed me in Chicago. She's an actress and a director. And I couldn't, when she got in this movie, I thought, oh my God, like, what are the odds of somebody, you know? Of course, we were doing it in the Midwest, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but she's actually pretty.
She's very good for that.
she was
And
great
Tom
for
just was kept
I
going
know.
with her.
And they went
Wizard
to
of
the,
Oz.
They went to the MTV Awards with this kiss.
Oh, they
Did you know that?
Did
yeah,
they?
they were nominated. Yeah, I don't think they won, but they were
No.
nominated.
And this was a little over the top for me, but it's funny, so. And I didn't know, and so Tracy had to go with it. We cut a little bit out when he was going to spit on her.
Lou quit.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Me too. I love that line.
Came by now.
Come on, you girls. We got dinner. Get up, bud.
You just run around talking like that all the time.
I know.
Okay.
By the way, I love you in The Wizard of Oz.
That's a great line.
Hey, who's in my
Let's see this scene. I do Madonna's voice in the back of this scene, but this scene is also the. I know, because I don't yell cut. Tom goes on forever, so we put it in an additional scene, more of the.
Oh, to get it all out and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
So I do Madonna's voice coming down the stairs.
What did you give her?
Oh, no, what a shame.
Who cares? It's working.
I wouldn't wear those.
Yeah, that line's
Who
me.
cares? It's waiting.
Because there was one line I forgot to get from
Oh,
her,
that's
and
great.
so I just did it.
This bar.
And also, Bobby Greenhut, our producer, was sick. There's Eddie Mecca from
Oh, yeah.
Laverne
The
and
big
Shirley.
ragu.
This is the
Because I need
Fitzgerald's
a
in Berwyn.
dancer.
There you go.
This is in Chicago,
Fitzgerald's at Berwyn, yeah.
This is one of my favorite nights because I made Madonna make out with Eddie Mecca off camera and told her she had to, and she did it.
too. No, there's a big lift in here, so we put it in the additional scenes. But, during the Cuthbert throwing up scene, Bobby Greenhut was really sick. And so I sent the sound man down with a boom to get him throwing up.
Hilarious.
Nothing goes wasted.
This
That is
band
so
was
great.
playing for Aretha Franklin in Chicago, and I went that weekend with all those guys from the band and heard
Really?
Aretha Franklin play.
Right on.
I was doing a lot of things.
We all
You
were.
guys were doing this, and I was at Comiskey Park pitching with the White Sox by myself because my character was married, and I didn't get to go to the bar. And so the big exhibition supposed to be with the girls from League of Their Own, and the Chicago White Sox was me, and Charlie Huff and Jack McDowell and Ozzie Guillen in the bullpen for 45 minutes.
This is so funny right here, Rosie.
Oh, this is exposition. You know how I met her? Yeah. See, they all have an attitude. See, this is exposition we made up.
Benny's dance girl deluxe. She was one of the dancers. I was the bouncer.
So that's what we
So
made
great.
up, so that they'd be best friends. That's why they got there instead of another hottie. And those two guys who are on the side, Joey Slotnick
Yeah.
and what's the other kid's name? Douglas Blakesley. They read for other parts. And so I just took them with us because then they said, you'll like Rosie. And so, but all these girls we went in Chicago when we were practicing ball during the day, they danced at night.
This is so good. They work so hard on it.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that would, but they all had to learn how to dance. Even the background, Freddie, Renee, and those
There's
guys.
Joey
That's
Slotnick,
them.
yeah.
I love this kid in the car.
This is a local kid.
He's genius.
Where was this exterior?
This was in outside of Evansville somewhere. It looked like a Taco Bell. And this is when Miroslav got sick. I mean, it was shot out of order, you know.
Right,
so Tom Priestley took over for this in the end of the movie because
That's right, Miroslav had to go home.
yeah, he had 3 bleeding holes, but he called the dugout the doghouse. But each character had a special thing they would do just to be them.
And she makes a dress out of that tablecloth later.
Yeah, I don't know if we.
Okay,
See,
watch.
there was a
Madonna trips.
Yeah, but this was a scene before this. Kit pitches to the guy,
Right.
And that's in the lifted scene.
Oh, cool.
No, listen, it's Lowenstein. He's on his way here. He catches
And
us.
so there was I mean, it was a long movie.
4.5 hour movie.
But it worked at 4.5.
Okay, now
I'm
watch.
telling you.
She trips. Watch.
No, on the way out.
On the way out, she's going to trip.
Did I hold?
Holds up the whole group. It's very funny.
Well, Gloria had to come back anyway to say thanks.
Oh my God, it's so much fun.
That's what you did in Cooperstown when we went to.
This is Ray Charles's version, is what I learned to audition for the audition. So I sort of co-opted all his stuff.
Yeah, you sound a lot like Rachel.
I was just thinking, you must have
He does that. Yeah. Watch. Crash.
Yeah. But and there's a lift in here, but we put it back in.
You did? Oh,
Yeah, when
good.
when she pulls you off the
Yeah,
stage,
and I pull
and
off
then
her-
Tom,
comes
who's in the
in.
bar, and Lowenstein comes in, David Strathairn. And this guy's from Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Alan.
That's right.
He loves
Alan Wilder.
Alan Wilder. He's terrific.
He's great.
So we left in the cheese, the big wheels, not the little.
Oh, yay.
So then we put that back in.
Oh, good. I had to sing this with a little thing in my ear. That they weren't really playing the music, obviously, right? And they're pretending to play it. So just me with the band in my ear. And when I got to do it in the studio, I felt like a professional singer. Even though
You did this. We all went up to Cooperstown because it was the 10th anniversary.
They inducted the uniforms of the players into the Hall of Fame.
And so Megan got up and sang at the party.
I was
that
at the
night.
bar drunk later that night.
That
But
guy was great.
I love
That's a
that guy.
great
It's the
band. Now,
greatest.
this was an additional scene. We were waiting for the sun to hit the porch for your wedding,
Oh, that's
Megan.
right.
And so I just grabbed people.
Was this the
You
first day of
Catholic
filming?
girls.
It
Right.
wasn't the
Irish
first.
and
Yeah, it
Italians
was
get
one
in
of the
the
first.
church.
Not this. Yeah, this was the first day of shooting, but
That's
the other
right.
scene went first. So I said, "Get me Madonna, get me Rosie, get me a guy in a priest uniform, get me 2 kids, get me Tracy and Mrs. Cuthbert. Everyone, come."
I think I was having hair drama at
No.
the time.
This scene, this actually comes from another scene of Dottie and Jimmy's scene that's in the additional footage.
good.
This is also what Tom and David Strathairn did really every night.
Yes, they
Well,
slept.
David Strathairn and Tim Bourne, who was on the crew, was a
Production manager.
They
nice.
slept by this field and
Yeah.
watched the grass grow.
Yeah, they lived in the trailers
They
at
lived
night,
in the trailers.
so they could play on the fields and pretend they were us.
Pretend they were us.
But this is all looped because we cut the scene, but it is in additional footage.
For the Rockford Peaches, number 5, center fielder, May.
After about the 5th month, eat a peach, save the peaches, release the peaches, free the
Free the
peaches.
peaches.
Then he
Gina
said-
gave us T-shirts. Free the peaches.
And that's David Landa, who was Squiggy on the Vernon
Right.
Shirley. Who's see, she could slide again. And Miroslav, the cinematographer, wanted to slide into first because the lighting was better. And I said, "No, they don't really slide into first, honey. But the lighting is beautiful."
Oh, that's
And
good.
so, no, she had to slide. That's her. That's David because he knows baseball. So a lot of this stuff, he didn't know the cast, but he knew the lingo of the
Right.
sportscasters at that period. So a lot of it was, I saw enough to know, I saw too much.
I've seen enough to know I've seen too much.
And,
Oh, this scene where
because
mixed
you're in a
signals?
bad light. Yeah.
Oh my God, we shot this I think 3 times.
Well, because your lighting was bad.
Right.
It was always at the end of the day and you're in the dark.
And I heard that we almost had to paint the leaves in the background.
Oh, we were painting leaves and grass. I mean, I called every guy who did a baseball movie, and to get from Barry Levinson to Phil Robinson to John Sayles to say, and John Sayles gave me the best information, which is there's no 180, meaning you don't have to throw right to left to catch left to right or whatever that 180 is. Right. It's geography. And that he planned every shot. Just let him keep hitting when they're batting or throwing, don't cut. And someone else said bring green paint because the grass gets brown.
Right.
And this is where, whenever I'd say we'd change the scene, it's a different game, we'd roll, they come with that farmer's dirt, so I made them roll in the baselines. Dirty game! Everyone would roll in the baseline. It was fast.
There's no movie dirt.
No, forget so that was something we made up. That Tom didn't know any of the girls' name.
I'm just remembering things.
Yeah. And this is the second unit shot. But see, even here, everyone had business, their characters, superstitious, playing a guitar.
My character was always drawing. She wanted to travel, so she was always drawing pictures of New York and Rome.
And this was giving Madonna something to teach her how to read.
Grab it.
And we had to put postcards all over the back because it was
the back of the stage.
Right.
Or the follow-along truck.
Because it's at the movie.
See, the beauty queen would be filing. She's playing the guitar. So everyone has an activity.
Here's my line that I wrote. Then the pizza guy comes in.
What?
So,
I didn't get to be here for any of these.
Where were you?
I wasn't in these.
You were gone?
I was traded. I think we were not.
No, not yet.
I don't know.
I didn't see you go. You didn't get married yet.
She didn't get her call time. She's sleeping.
You're here. So.
I don't think I am.
She was at the Evansville Mall.
Is it out of focus?
Oh, maybe this thing came out of order.
Betty's so nice. Is it out of focus?
You're a good one to talk about people's hair.
You did have big hair.
He begged me to just wear it up or in a fall.
Why?
Well, because everyone had the same hairstyle.
None of the other boys ever.
But this is an important scene, and Rosie did it great.
Yeah, she did.
Really good.
Like I was some sort of a.
Because that's how all the girls felt.
But this is real. Most of the women that we knew and talked to said that after this experience, especially when they got to go play ball, they couldn't go back to being regular girls.
Right.
And it was even, more kind of stuck in between than deciding in the 40s you were gay. They were having a much harder time trying to figure out where they belonged.
Well, wasn't you married?
Beyond Rosie the Riveter, but a lot of the women were couples
they were asked
after
to
this.
leave their homes and then come back and see. Well, that's what Gary and David Strathernak. Some of this, see, we just had Stillwell being annoying so that we could hit him with the glove later. But Tom, I made direct. This is his first direct. When a lot of scoreboard stuff, I sent him with a third camera.
Well, I'm a peach.
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out
But
why.
Tom's great in this scene.
So great.
When we've got a two-run
And Biddy was great because you had to cry a million times.
we lost the lead because of you. Now you start using your head.
And this scene is the most quotable scene in the movie.
Yeah.
So good.
No.
I love that.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying.
Yes,
There's
line.
no crying in baseball.
What are you
Yeah,
Oh,
t-shirts,
you zip
man.
it, Doris. Rogers Hornsby was my
See,
manager,
you know-
and he called me a talking pile of pig shit. And that was when my parents drove all the way down from Michigan.
Look at the fat in his neck.
No. Oh.
No. Because there's no crying in baseball.
And here's our first AD coming up.
Yep.
No crying.
This is my favorite line.
She's crying, sir.
Mike Haley is our first AD.
He played the
Perhaps you chastised her too vehemently.
Good rule of thumb.
So, I mean, I run out of people. So I use them.
You ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on? You're out of here! Oh, no, right now, Jimmy, I heard that! You misunderstood. You misunderstood!
I see, this is where Rosie and the rest of the people will improvise. Madonna's instincts sometimes are wrong and said, God, she deserves to cry. No, Your Honor. So, but Rosie, okay, I'm in charge, so it keeps going. That's why I don't yell.
Biddy stayed in character in that crying thing forever. Oh my goodness, she worked really
Biddy had
hard.
to
She was
cry.
good.
Biddy's still in character.
Yeah, she's still crying.
That's her character on
No,
Monk.
she's very good on Monk. She doesn't
But
cry.
that was Sam.
Oh, that was Sam,
Yeah.
one of our AD.
Yeah.
Oh, I added more of this, where she twirls the baton and then goes to throw it. That's an additional scene. But see, there's a letter going on. There's always some people doing stuff.
I've always got the one arm in the coat, keep the arm warm.
Yes, because the
pictures.
you girls pitched and played harder and more than any professional ball player would pay. Because for coverage of in a thing, anyway, we had the frozen cans of juice and soda that we'd ice your arms down with.
No, all the ladies and the guys and coaches said that we had ended up playing for the 9 months in this movie more than they did in 3 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to get wide, tight, clothes, around. So
In Chicago, we became the hottest thing in town while they were shooting Mad Dog and Glory and a couple other productions, and they heard that our crew and our team, our girls could really play ball, so there was a big, huge game planned for a weekend, both the movies getting together, and someone told the insurance company that Lovitz wanted to play, and Tom wanted to play. And
Well,
they
Lovitz,
rushed down and
they shut us
screamed
down.
and they shut us down and they made us play. They took they put corks inside the balls, they took all the centers out and said girls can't play ball.
Yeah, well, you have
Not
it.
with an insurance policy that big.
We'll try
so
pitching.
Lovitz played at Comiskey during the 4th of July party, and he fell and he was all scratched up. Lovitz is not your graceful runner, but he didn't have to play.
Tell old rich Mr. Chocolate Man that he ain't closing me down.
I think Gina made up a song. Well, Gina would make up musicals to keep us, because it was a long shoot. And then she was trying to get everyone to do Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, that's
with
right.
Wardrobe. Wasn't she working on that forever?
You always do.
Here's Renee.
So a slick play by Alice Gaster, and there's 2 gone here in the 3rd.
Yeah,
That'll bring
Dave.
up D. Lynch.
Oh, there's our real still photographer. I think he died, but that was our real still
he was
photographer, Lewis. Yes. But he was a great photographer. He did
He helped me
Awakenings,
do all
too.
those crew
Okay,
gifts.
this thing is she could do the split, but she couldn't jump into the split. So a guy who walked around for days in a skirt
And shaved leg.
and shaved leg,
What is her name? Her name is Dottie Henson.
jumped into the split, but Gina could do the split.
Shit, a goddamn circus.
This was the first day of shooting.
All right.
So I said, who would be Catholic and bring him in?
I crossed myself 10,000 times in this movie.
And we did it like 7
Time
takes,
before
and
we
then
bat.
Tom did it, and then I made him once we
I
got
like
the
the way
take.
this music comes up.
See, because that is Gina doing this, but I have that cover still.
Nice hit, Mo.
Yeah.
And this is where you hurt one of these.
Oh,
you
God.
hurt
I
your-
You split your ankle.
Yeah, I did half the movie in a removable cast.
It's on the double slide.
If you see the,
With you and Gina, you hurt it.
if you see my sock is half pushed down during half the movie because it's covering up a cast.
And mine's pulled up because I had a 5-inch oil burn down the front of my leg
From what?
a tray of hot sausages at the 4th of July party that I ran into Madonna's
There's
dancer
Taya.
and spilled.
Yeah. Oh, God.
There.
Go Trace.
I never got that.
What?
That paper.
I don't know
Trading
where it
oven
is. I
mitts
don't
for
have
baseball
it.
mitts?
Oh, this is Tall Girl.
Hey, you, tall girl.
Beverly.
Beverly.
Hired to stand next to Gina the whole movie.
Yeah, well, we needed someone else tall.
Her, tall girl, and me.
Kelly
That's
Simpkins.
our lineup.
Yeah.
Me and Kelly.
No, it was Beverly, wasn't
No,
it?
her
Her
name
movie name was Beverly.
Oh,
Her
okay.
real
Beverly
name was
Dixon,
Kelly.
but Kelly Simpkins.
Dun, dun, dun.
What if at a key moment in the game?
This was the only joke that I thought was present.
You and I were like,
Well, look at Freddie's face. The dumbest stare I've ever heard. Seen, heard.
Oh,
I'm
and
crazy.
Madonna had to loop this line.
I got a letter from Nelson.
Like she'd be happy for me. Get a letter from
The rest
Nelson.
of for you is what it was.
Oh.
But that scene inside you where you're sending money to your father for the
Yes,
gloves,
right.
that's back in
Oh,
there. That's this, Joey
There's those
Slotnick.
guys.
And
How cute are they?
they followed him around. There was an additional scene of them later that we put back in, but you sending your father money. This was a made-up.
This is my
thing.
favorite scene.
Yeah,
This is my favorite
the
scene in
most
the whole
poignant.
movie. This said it
that
all.
Some people said you should cut this. I said no.
Never.
This makes the point.
This is the best chills. This you get.
I've got
This
him
is the
now.
best. And the girl
Look at
who
her.
was
She was
originally
so
going to
good.
do it didn't come. She worked
Oh,
in the
really?
post office.
First day of shooting.
Yeah, so that's
This
why
was
we
the
did
first-
the 2 interior
Oh,
church
my
scenes
God.
because we were waiting for the light to hit the
Right.
stage.
Well, I'll tell you, for me, having all these women, Madonna, Gina, everybody being my bridesmaids, and my husband's across the street with the skull and his face all sad. It was hilarious.
Isn't it funny how
That's our Dolly Grip, Kenny
Yeah,
Fundus.
that's Kenny. This bruise
was real.
That
was
was
real.
real.
This was a real
She had that a
bruise.
year later.
She did. The outline of it was.
Well, she also got 12 fish tattooed on her stomach, so don't give me that crap. One drunken night.
Too many girls, 9 months on a farm.
In the Midwest,
They will drink.
things will happen.
So see, that's what those. I mean, David knows these terms, so
Taya.
that's it. Taya. There's
Well, this is
Rosie
good.
with the hot dog. Put it in her mouth. Okay.
Put it in her mouth.
See, we just had little cuts of him being annoying.
And he really wasn't an annoying kid. He was
No,
very,
he's
very
a
good
very
actor.
sweet kid who didn't want to be there.
Isn't that Green Hut on top dropping it right?
No, someone's on a ladder
Yeah.
dropping it. Oh, Lori said.
Some people, pay attention to some people sometimes.
This was the day I had the curlers in my hair for 11 hours. This was the night shift.
This is the field we built.
That's
It's
right.
still there.
It's still there.
Oh,
Remember
remember this? And that's the night I let you all play for hours because we
Yeah.
were waiting for the night to fall.
Hey, oh,
Nice hit.
Nice hit.
And they just watched the 3 cameras reload, and there's some couldn't play because they didn't know the rules of the game. They knew how to play, but they didn't know how to tag up or any of that. And so they just watched ka-ching, ka-ching as the music, the movie.
But we did like 4
But
hours
I thought
of
the
insert
girls
shots.
up,
down, catch, roll, somersault.
as well as the audience that was sitting there forever never got to see a game.
Right.
So we let you play for a while.
I didn't get to play that game.
You were in curlers.
I was in my trailer.
I think I was napping too.
See,
Am I-
she's
is my
got
dog-
hair. She's
Patty
going,
Pelton.
Patty Pelton's going to do knees. No, Beverly's here. What's her name's here?
That's right.
Justin Scheller was the kid.
Was still
wizard.
yeah.
He's assistant manager at the dairy. He's gonna be manager someday. He's real smart.
See, because you got married, the bus scenes were really.
Right.
I changed the order of
I
some of
know.
the scenes. That's why you weren't. But you score big anyway.
I am so happy with what I got to do. And Lovitz, he said to me, "This is your first major motion picture?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I had to do 18 B movies before I ever got to do a major motion picture. This is going to be the best thing you ever do." He was right. He texted me. I got to get him back. He's got to release the curse.
Curse of the Bambino. This is what explains Tom's, he'd rather be in the war than doing this. But also the studio wanted to, they wanted to show that Gina turns him around from being an alcoholic. I ain't doing that scene. So you'll see at the end of this, she gives him a Coca-Cola. It's like, that's enough. We said it. I
Just the
wasn't
love
gonna
of a
do-
good woman, Pen.
Because she's saying, right, he's in Italy fighting.
Yeah.
My character's Italian, so basically her husband would be killing.
Excuse me,
No,
Madonna's
yours
doing
was
my
an
nails.
Italian-American, honey.
Madonna's doing my nails. Hello, hello.
Pay attention.
Okay, go ahead, talk.
Bob comes back.
Yeah, so this was their... See, people, I mean, the imbalance of this doing the Tom and Gina, because it was going to be all unknowns, or not that well known, excuse me, girls, but because they knew Tom and Gina, that they wanted them to be together. That's why I lifted a big scene, but it's in additional footage because they didn't understand the morals of 1943, which is you don't leave your husband. Divorce is not like that.
You don't know that?
Yeah. So.
Well, they had an affair in real life, but
They yeah, right. Rita and I were shopping for blankets all the time. What time's the blanket lady open? We did more shopping. I had a semi coming home with us.
No, she really did have a semi, and I said, Pen, can I put a couple boxes on your truck? She's like, I don't know if I have any room.
See, this is where this is the big alcoholic transfer.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Have a Coke and a smile.
Have a Coke and I'll put the booze away. Yeah, that's it. That's our transition. And in the back of these buses, and the music is Billy Joel, is James Taylor, Art Garfunkel, and I just went through my phone book and called my friends because they didn't do nothing for me there. So I called are you in the studio? Could you sing a song? And Manhattan Transfer did that, running to the train.
Wow.
And so I just went through my phone book and called people. You in the studio, folks? And Billy Joel still goes, you buried me. You buried me in the bus. But my daughter loves the movie. It's a great, but I saved him in the credits.
Finish right here. I'll strike this turkey out.
Oh,
Move over, kid.
Betty Spaghetti already come in.
Come on, Coach. I've never been taken out before.
She doesn't know if she's left field or a pitcher.
Who, Betty?
It depends on the scene.
Depends on the scene, but she's not. You're nice and dirty in
You're
that.
a Renaissance player. You can play any position.
Well, we had to. They all played all positions.
I
The
know.
real ladies had to play every position. It's like Little League.
Yep.
Where they do make them play everything.
She's done. She's throwing grapefruits.
And
Blue.
well, that took a while, didn't it?
Remember that day?
That day. Because also the problem was that with each ball, each scene, depending, especially in the batting, it depended where the camera was. There were different weights of balls. There was a regular ball for the long shot, but then there was air balls the closer you got, and the pitch is really coming from the side of the camera, even though you're looking towards the thing, so it was very difficult.
Yeah, and imagine pitching a hard ball to a $500,000 camera and
with a bunch of guys standing behind a piece of plexiglass going,
and
please don't hit the
and
camera
Madonna,
lens."
who's worth like $8 billion. And I'm like, Madonna, if a fastball is coming to your head, move, because it's not going to curve, okay? I got one pitch, and it goes straight. So if it's coming to you, run. She's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, all right.
No, she was a good sport.
No, that's what I'm saying. She was like, don't worry. I'll get out
No,
of
she
the
was
way.
great. Everyone said, well, was Madonna? I said, Madonna was great.
Yeah.
No problem. There you are, Trace. Pitching.
That was it. I won again.
Remember having all the batting and all the pitching and looping? I had to go, ooh. I was stood behind everyone and grabbed their stomachs so they could make the sound. And my brother came and did this as a favor because I wanted Chris Walken. But they wouldn't afford him. But he's funny.
Well, I think of Gary right after I think of Chris.
Well, he's cheaper. My brother works cheap.
For you, he does.
Oh, he works cheap. But he's great. And my niece,
Chris
Kathleen's
Walken
in
trapped with 27 women in Indiana for 9 months. Oh my God. No, I don't know.
The pain, the horror.
No, that we couldn't get his scheduling and, I don't know, financial. But, I mean, I saw David Strathairn was on one of those farm movies, and then he taped himself on a video and filled in the extra lines. You know, from when he's saying the girls, you know, are shutting down the league. He did, I know what you mean, May, but, you know, he filled in for it and put himself on, and hired him like that.
He's so good.
He's brilliant.
He's a great guy.
There's no point to it anymore.
We got stories about him.
Oh, yeah.
What,
We have some good stories.
We played Truth or Dare throughout the city of Chicago in a limousine.
No.
On the night of Laurie's movie opening.
You're sworn to
Break.
secrecy. You are
I know.
sworn to
It was
No, we
beautiful.
don't talk
I didn't
trash.
say what it was.
No, it was fun. It was all
He
fun.
was extraordinary participant.
He was. That was really fun.
I will never forget how much he participated.
On the dare or the truth?
Both.
See, like these were added scenes just to break up the same baseball stuff.
It was an important game.
Up here comes the fight.
Oh, Penny.
Well, I think someone's wig came off.
Some people told some people to, like, pull their hair.
Well, I didn't. But someone's hair came off. She didn't have fake hair. You did, but your hair came off. Well, you're girls. You didn't pull your hair because your hair's under a hat. Because you had all the pins showing.
No, you kept saying to pull her hair. See?
Oh, hair. Well, because you had nothing. You're not going to smack her in the. You're not
You
going
had
to
to get
punch
reaction
her.
shots. You had to fill your space.
This was fun. He dropped me on my ass. Watch this. Bam.
Well, honey, you got no fat on you.
That was fun, though.
But all the girls coming in now are improvising.
Tom was so cool. We were out playing catch in the middle of...
See, this is all improvised here.
It's really good.
So you could get the dynamics of the girls, because all you got was written with the two sisters.
Leave me alone. I'm not taking a shower.
She reminds me of my husband.
So I finish. I keep rolling. Oh, naked. The girls in pointy bras. That's Nisa.
My rear end hurts where Jimmy dropped me.
And,
Treat me like a baby.
it was after this that a scene is cut.
Betty's in trouble. Your nurse hurts
That's
really
where the
out there
scene
in the
between
damn
Dottie and Jimmy come.
Right.
And that's why you're traded. So that's in the additional footage, but
All I know is you could have backed me up today.
that's not in this movie. It was too long. But see, everyone's stressing who's coming from the shower. Everything is planned here.
It's like if you're here, then I'm not here.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know
You
what I
were
mean.
very good
I
in
know
that scene, Lori.
I'm wrong.
Thank you,
I know
Penny.
you're right and I'm wrong. I know that. You.
And you're wet.
You act good when you're wet.
Why do you gotta be so good?
Oh, you see I'm number 23. I'm totally biting Michael Jordan right now. Oh, I meant, it.
Did you pick up?
Absolutely, I picked it. We all picked our numbers.
I'm 7.
I'm 32.
You're Mickey Manor?
What?
You're
born
Carl.
at 7'7".
No, I'm Ryan Sandberg.
No. Or Carl Malone. I'm in a different sport.
Or
She went
Magic
to-
Johnson was 32.
See, before this scene, after
Right.
Jimmy
Laura
comes in.
There's a whole Gina scene, and then he comes in and says, "Is it because of Jimmy?" And that's really why Kit gets traded.
Crisis, and I try to pull something off here, and it's just not a good time to lose our most popular player. What's the problem? Maybe I
And
can
some
help.
of this makes no sense, but
It's a movie.
it's a movie.
It's 2 movies.
But see,
It's the
she's
love
packing.
story.
Everyone keeps moving because I can't stand people standing and talking and doing nothing.
How many times are you yelled at? What are you doing? What's your business?
She'll move to somebody else. You better pick up something. You better do something
I'm
quick.
knitting. I'm cleaning my locker.
It'll be like out.
You were writing letters. You were knitting. You were reading a letter to somebody. Everyone.
I have the largest business reel of being in the background doing perfect business.
Because I find it boring just to sit. Now, this scene, we made up a lot of stuff.
I like this. When she says, "Ooh, it's too
No, a
bright."
cat came out. Everything came out.
How many times do we go up the stairs?
Where'd you get that dress?
I like it.
It don't fit you, May. It's too tight.
I don't plan on wearing it that long.
Madonna didn't smoke, so they were fake cigarettes. Those honey cigarettes. And there was a scene outside with Madonna and
good catch.
What's his name? One of our crew members that was cut where she was making out, but we couldn't hear.
You? I told him to trade me.
Oh, yeah, they'd really trade you. Miss Star, Miss
Oh,
Perfect.
this is where we say you witch instead of bitch. I always had to cover it for television, but I always get cheap, PG rating. have to beg for a PG. And so the girls here, too. It's a scene between Dottie and Kit. And they don't write nothing for the girls. So that's where you add what they're doing. She's still with her hair. You know, they're still acting. And then they'll be listening on the stairs. And then everyone will move into... so I can make it a more interesting scene.
I'm so sick of being blamed for everything that's bothering you. I got you into this league, goddammit!
See, this is all just to counter. So they could all whisper it down to each other. It's what girls would do. It's what anyone would do instead of losing everybody. But I don't understand why Kit's so upset, because Kit doesn't want to be on the same team as Dottie. Team as Dottie anyway. Doesn't like these girls that much. She's still playing.
Piss on your hat. Well, that seemed uncalled.
Anne had a character.
Kit's on what team? She is not. Yes, she is. What are you, deaf?
Yeah, there's nothing right now.
Little Nurse Betty trying to work it out.
See, you're still going to be on a team.
Look, you're still in the league. You're just on another team.
And, Penny, and then this is the one Penny would never cut. Okay, just look at the glove. Lord, look at the glove. Just okay. Now look down at the glove. Okay.
This is where I didn't want to use Madonna singing, so I let Freddie do it. And I mean, Madonna and everyone else sang, but
just took off our tops.
Weren't you trying to get girls with breasts to take off their tops?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, girls with not too big of breasts to take off their tops. So we took off
and
our
look,
tops.
look, it's still well, everyone.
His eyes closed. This is Pepper's song.
And who could get dressed the faster?
And you figured if you saw my boobs first, then I cried later. You feel bad.
See, Stillwell's doing a thing. Oh, we'll see Kathleen in this, who wasn't. This was shot out of sequence. This was shot in Chicago because it rained.
This is that first week.
Yeah.
First couple weeks.
And so, Kit and Marla were gone.
Right.
So I made Kathleen get into an outfit. So she had to come to Evansville with us for the rest of the movie.
There were 5 of us on the film. Family
He doesn't
members.
look very fat. Oh, this is the beginning of the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is still.
We didn't have the hot dog machine.
See,
at
there's
the craft
Kathy on the
service
right.
table yet.
See, we always have him doing something. Still
Beans
all
and
together.
Kathy.
All right, everybody, let's listen up. Now, listen up. Something important has just happened. I was in the toilet reading my contract, and it turns out I got
So that everyone's doing something. They're standing there. This bullshit to me.
Use your head.
That's that lump 3 feet above our ass, right, Jimmy?
This took 3 days to shoot this scene.
Oh, there's a lot of coverage with all these girls. And it's a long scene. There's a song. There's a thing. There's a telegram man who was very good, this guy.
Yeah, he is.
Boy, I hate these. These are the worst. At least you gotta do something personal. Tell your husband's dead. Darn, I have
Where is she? Telegram.
Well, I gotta go back and get this straightened out.
They said every time they played a game in a major field, this guy would come in
Oh, with another telegram.
with another telegram about one of the family members.
War Department, come on. That's official business. I'm coming.
Well, this is a scene where, well, the Western Union man, that was Robert Stanton, who was very good. And this scene is very moving, and and Tracy, I apologize because you're my daughter, I always figure if I take too much time with you, people will think I'm playing favor to them, and where I'll take more time with somebody else. Cry. And then you didn't want me to see me. You said I had Elliot stand there or something.
Well, Tom kind of like, you can't keep crying in my face for 3 days. You're going to make me think you're crazy. Because I'd be crying at this horrible thing, and then you go cut, and I'd go, okay, so anyway, what I was saying was... And I'd go back to my story, and he's like, you're crazy. But,
And actually, her husband didn't die. He lost an arm. But because of the cut we had to make, he had to die, and this is the unconscionable cut of cutting to Gina crying and Bob coming home. That's where everything else takes place, which is the Marla coming back.
Right.
So that's in the additional footage.
Well, yeah.
Additional scenes, because she cried for knocking
She cried
you
for
off.
knocking me over, right?
But here we went right to but see, like here we got a game to play. You wait until everyone comes out. But Rosie cried in this room.
Madonna cried because she said nobody's ever made me cry.
No, you're a good crier, Trey.
Yeah, my niche.
But see, we cut right to Gina crying, which is really crying after the deleted
Because
scene.
of hurting
that's
me,
in-
right?
Because you're pregnant in a movie.
That's right.
She hits you in the belly with the ball.
But that's
we got
in
the Luma
it
crane.
added, well, no, the Luma's still in, but it's for her run. But this is unconscionable on my part. But to have one person die and then he walks in the next scene. So. But Bill Pullman's a doll for doing. I needed someone tall because Gina's tall. So Bill did me a favor and came in. And Tom in the scene that's that's in additional scenes, Tom, like you was standing in a rut, or you were on a hill, and
Right.
Gina was, Tom's on the mound, the top of the mound, and Gina's on the lower part of the mound.
Whenever we do a 2-shot, she'd be digging holes in the ground. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, stop looking, don't tell.
In all the stills, she's bending a leg.
She would dig
No,
holes.
she didn't want to be that tall. She's a tall girl. She's a great-looking girl. And she worked hard.
Oh, yeah, she did.
And she made up more stuff in her camper than any human ever.
She makes lots of things out of paper that turn
She
into
did.
machines.
She made that little merry-go-round paper thing.
She keeps her hands busy because it's a
She
lot
made
of wait
a
time.
stadium, a baseball stadium, out of those fold-up little creations.
Yeah.
The Hallmark store.
No, she did it. Even looping, she would take paper and paste it all around the
This is what people in Mensa do, I guess. Because she's in Mensa.
It's business. It's her business. It's her
well,
personal
it
business.
keeps it sane.
Right on.
Rather than drinking every night like some people.
Do they talk to boy ball players like this?
Oh, yeah.
We can't help it if Francis Ford Coppola sent us cases of Rubicon.
Oh,
Okay,
my God.
can we help that vintage
We were
fabulous
told it was
Rubicon?
initiation.
The first time we went out, I said, I got this bottle of wine. And the bill comes and it's like $230. I'm like, I have $40 on me. I had no idea.
We're like, learn this word, per diem.
Oh, remember?
On a 6-day-a-week shoot.
Tracy had a picture.
No, it was 5-day week shoot.
Tracy
We
had a
didn't work Saturday.
has a picture of Biddy. And
No, this was everyone
All the
had
money.
their
What movie were
business,
you
what
on?
they did, who was late, who came out on time.
This house was for sale for like $60,000 at the time. I remember I wanted to buy it.
It was a
move
great
it.
house.
We could have bought it with our per
great.
diem. Jesus.
Oh, there's this great picture. So Biddy Schramm's got all of her money fanned in her all of her per diem fanned in her cleavage, like.
And I met this kid in Chicago. He plays those peanuts. He says, avoid the clap kid. Don't get the clap kid. I'm at Wrigley Field. I said, excuse me? Don't get the clap. He was a little boy, and he's a vendor at Wrigley Field.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So I said, hey, how you doing?
You want some
Because
peanut
again,
lady?
local.
Oh.
And this scene's a good scene. This is the scene when Tom talks to Gina.
Taking a little day trip?
That President Clinton at the time, because Hillary's mother she's from Chicago, and her mother wanted to try out for this league, but she couldn't get off work.
You know, I really thought you were a ball player.
And when he was president, because they're friends with Mary Steenburgen and stuff, I was at a play, or whenever I ran into him. The line in here that's coming up, it's a hard, if it wasn't hard, anyone could do it. It's a hard to make. It's what Clinton always quoted. That was one of the best things. And that year for the Democratic Convention, everything was a league of their own. The women were in the caucus, and I was so embarrassed because I don't,
Well, there was no women's Sports Illustrated at this time. There was no other women's sports except tennis. There was no girls basketball. There was no girls soccer. There was nothing.
This movie was the
There was not even a
catalyst.
sports magazine for us to do press in when we were
So
done.
true.
Sneaking out like this.
No.
We made it
It was
self
the
for health and
catalyst.
fitness. There was nothing.
But the Olympic girls who were playing softball in the Olympics, they watched this movie every night before they went to play.
Lots of
Every
teams do.
athlete has come up and said something to me in
too.
tears. Thank you, and blessed us for doing this to
I've
help
seen the
them.
movie 80 times, and I've watched
Here,
it.
this part.
It wasn't hard. Everyone would do it.
That's the line that Clinton.
The hard is what makes it great.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I got to go on
Tom
Air
was a-
Force One, and Bill Clinton's face lit up, and I'm like, League of Their Own.
Well,
I
what
got
a
to
tank girl.
I got to go in. The guys who drive Air Force One, they were the tank girl people, but Bill Clinton was the League of Their Own guy.
Yes, they were very big on League of Their Own. But it made, I mean, they always use that title now. He's in a League of Their Own.
I know.
You
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I never heard it before.
Yeah. Now they think they made it up. I'm like, no, Penny did.
No, but it was what it was called. And here's will be another. Oh, this guy was good. And then is this the one that? No, the next game is when
Rosie's dad.
Yes, during this game, Marla comes back, and that's in the
Right.
deleted scene.
Pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Oh,
But they
imitating
need
life,
the money,
imitating
and
life.
there's a longer piece of this scene that's in the deleted scene.
I love the Highlands.
So this was montage. Actually, this is an 11.5-minute cue, I believe. And I do everything to sing, sing, sing. And so Han sent me not quite sing, sing, sing to put in. But
One of those guys in the stands was Del Close.
Del Close, yeah,
who
he died.
Yeah,
yeah.
he gave his skull to the Goodman Theater for Hamlet, and they have it and they use it.
That rocks.
There's
I know, isn't it?
Kathleen. Yeah, well, Del was he was a
Del
committee
was-
member, second sitting committee member. See, and here comes our key grip. Here comes our key grip. There he is.
She's the third baseman, Doris Murphy, the best one they got. Oh, where are you from? Staten Island. I'm in a surprise.
Eddie Quinn.
He could so be her dad.
Yeah, the crew guy
Because
was.
he talked like him.
I know.
And this prayer was great.
What does that smell?
Alice thinks it's bad luck to change her socks.
So we all have to suffer? Go stay. Get away. Get away. Outfielders! I want you to play deep a couple of steps. I don't want to give up anything long. Alice!
But see people crossing so that, it's just not frozen. And sometimes you got to stand, but people are doing things. They're getting ready. And it's who had a bandage on for what game, who had tape.
There was so much stuff that the original players had given us to use as behavior and superstitions and things that they followed.
And the girls picked them up.
Yeah.
We had a whole glossary of terms. And
Well, getting you to not do high fives was the biggest.
Oh, I
order.
kept grabbing people's hands.
I know, no high fives. I was screaming.
Look at Annie's little angel face.
And he's beautiful.
and Patty.
May our balls.
There's Kathy right behind. Kathleen.
Lord, I just like to thank you.
Kelly and Biddy.
That waitress in South Bend.
See, everyone reacts to something. Nobody not reacts.
God, these are good girls, and they work hard.
And Tom did a great job here. And again, after this, you'll cut. And he says, you're killing me, Dallas. You're killing me, because that works.
Okay.
And now here's a situation where they're doing fine. They're tied. The Bells are doing great. And Gina comes back.
Are you laughing at your own?
Pass the baton. No, I
choices?
always had a thing. But you're always glad to see her. But it really, she wasn't going to pass the baton to you. Or did she drop the ball on purpose? And that's local.
This was the day that all the other girls, the
Well-
local girls, went out the night before, out partying. They came back. It was 115 degrees, and they'd start dropping like flies.
Yes, bring another yellow
So
person.
she dressed
Bring another
whoever
yellow
in a
person.
yellow outfit. They were all passing out one at a time.
They drank.
But we're professionals.
Drinking.
Well, so you have to make
I was
that
part
run.
of this. I was part of
Do you
this.
know how
I was
many
a
people,
belle.
these girls did not know the Star Spangled Banner?
Really?
They didn't know the words.
Oh my God.
Amazing. And so I had to keep it on people. My brother there is shot in a whole different, as is David. But My brother was
Medicine.
shot from isolated because he couldn't come back for that. And this is a thing that took forever.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that kid away from me for just one game.
Dual Angel, come here.
Hey, Alice Sue. How's it looking, Alice Sue?
Good, Coach.
You feeling real good? You're looking good. Nice and warm?
Warm.
Real good. Alice, if Ellen Sue doesn't have anything, you don't keep it a secret. You understand
See,
me?
we had to block Ellen Sue down there.
You understand me? Do you
And
hear
there's
me?
a...
Yeah, you're screaming.
See, we're happy to see her. But I'm saying it's for the logic of the... I know she can't give it up.
Right.
But with the dropping of the ball, did she drop it on purpose or not? She didn't need to come back to drop. She was doing fine. And that line to him, why don't you shave? You look like shit. It's, well, because we put
Because
the
of the
other scene
scene.
in the deleted scenes, that'll make more sense.
The last 6 games.
And she does a great take there, Renee.
You don't want me to play?
Well, you're already dressed.
And
Helen.
coming up, I mean, all these poor people sitting out there. This was a hot day.
Yep.
And they kept giving away Sony Dream Machine.
It's okay. I'd run out on the field and they'd scream at the top of their lungs, lines of boys, "Oh my God, Madonna, I'm your biggest fan!" I'd walk right up to the fence and I'd say, "Really?"
We'd all take turns being Madonna.
Yeah, everybody who had their hair down that day got to be Madonna.
And when they
There's
started,
Kathleen.
they
See,
used-
this scene, this hit took forever, 13 takes, because we kept missing them. Or he'd anticipate it.
Well, until we told him we weren't going to throw the
Yeah,
bit.
well, I lied.
you did.
Well,
It didn't hurt
And the
him. He
best
falls
part
on a
was
blanket.
You hit him, and then you go, fall down, and he looks at you.
I know,
Because you're saying,
well,
fall down, and then he falls.
Because he
I love
was
that.
shocked, but they kept missing him.
I love that. Oh, they had
He's
cut out
okay, so we...
people. They had cut out people in the stands.
No, we'll use all the stuff from Babe.
Oh, right.
All the cutouts that they used in Babe.
Stacey
we
gets
used. See, this stuff, some of that stuff, the scoreboard is what Tom shot. I said, go take a camera, because he was just hitting the ball into the 11th inning hole all day. He came out every day. I missed the shot where you and her double slide, where you hurt.
We did it earlier.
We did earlier, yeah.
Tom shot one of my favorite close-ups in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you later. Keep watching. Not my favorite, one of my favorite.
Your close-up?
We were standing on the mound. Me and him.
See, this is where...
You guys are
This
doing
is where,
Tom-
yeah, we did, we just did, whatever, just stay there and put a camera on her forever. There's Taya.
Nice.
Nice catch, baby. There's those guys.
I love them.
This is a great scene for Tom.
Oh, it's
His finger acting. Finger acting. Acting with hands. He's so good at it.
Still missing the cutoff man. Now, that's something that I would like you to work on before next season.
I'd like to talk to him.
All right, thanks.
He went on forever with this. He went on shaking forever, but I did have to cut away at some point. That's what makes the scene, It's not the words, it's the acts, the behavior.
Let's get this one. Let's get it. All right, come on. We need some runs out there.
So that was his hand acting, and there goes all the way May. That makes more sense when you see the deleted scene of Dottie and Kip behind the bus. And Brenda, who played with broken fingers.
She was great.
She was a great player. As was Rosie, played with broken fingers. A lot of people. You had a cast forever. Here comes another 11.5-minute cue. There's Taya. See, I'm talking on a megaphone during that. And I mumble anyway, but all the dugout stuff is shot together.
I got paid on the side to translate what you were saying.
So I was trying. It's hard enough to understand me when I'm talking regular about. So it make
and they'd all nod, and then they'd look over to me, and they'd go, "What did she say?"
So finally, I just dragged the people out, and then had her run. She'd run into first. Then he got a shot.
It was fun playing with these girls, the local girls, because they're a real softball team, baseball team. That was really fun.
So we just see she would cross herself. Everyone had a little thing they did at the play. Gina had a great thing where she just pulled her thing. There's Taya, what a great player. And here, I swear, your pitching arm, I mean, you pitched all the pitchers, you, Tracy, and Lori. You pitched more than any major leaguer would pitch due to the fact of the shooting schedule.
Yeah, Charlie Huff, when I was at Comiskey Park after I pitched for 45 minutes, came up and whispered in my ear that I would have diarrhea. I said, "Excuse me?" And he said, "When you pitch this much, it's a pitcher thing, so don't throw out your arm because you'll be throwing out everything else you ate."
Well, I've been pitching baseball since I was like a little kid. I was the only girl on the boys' baseball team when I was little. This was just fun. That really happened. Somebody really did that.
No, we did it with a slingshot.
But somebody did it once, and then you saw it, and then you did it.
Yeah. Well, we did it with a slingshot.
Yeah.
Two got David Allen and Tom Allen. We did with a human slingshot to try to get these.
Right at my head.
Right.
I don't know. Well, you ducked.
Everything's fine now. You got a wheel.
Where's your favorite shot? He didn't shoot no people.
Making people cry.
He only shot scoreboard and extra background, atmosphere.
Really?
Yeah, he never shot a person. And he shot on the bus. He shot
Skinny,
on
you were at the end of the movie.
driving his own bus.
At the end of the movie, I weighed like 80 pounds.
Well,
that was real.
Yeah.
I mean, we really see us throwing and hitting. It's great.
Well, I couldn't get busted on that.
It's great.
That's why everyone had to try out. I had to make the baseball real.
The tension is really good in this part.
And also the music.
Yeah, the
Hans
music
did
is
a
great.
Great job.
I'm hiding behind Brenda. I'm like in that, right.
Because you were cut. Yeah, but we have it in the additional scene. I didn't know it was going to be cut at that time.
Well, that was when I had gotten, this wasn't the scene, I'm sorry. It was the dugout scene when
No, you would have been out of this game.
I would have been out of this game. I would have gotten hurt in this game.
Yeah.
There were certain times when I'm in when I'm not supposed to be in, but you don't know. I'm like, we're just one of the yellows. There's Del. And Jerry.
So, everyone did their own stuff. That's what I mean. You can't double. I mean, once in a while, Gina was double running. Or in the white shots. See, she had a bandage, so this is all improvised because we had just rolled 2 cameras. This is the whole World Series.
You did. I remember that. You put the camera on Rosie and said, "Do the whole World Series."
Well, I didn't have time.
I know, it's genius though. It works. It's
Well,
great.
she had Rosie doing warm up to all the audiences as we were holding all the people.
Well, look
in the
at all these
stands.
people.
That's right. And she would come out and say, "Hey, everybody, Madonna's going to sing for you." Madonna would be like, "Rosie." And then Rosie would do her own versions of Madonna's songs.
No, see,
Madonna
this
would
girl
get
gets
mad.
hit in the nose, and in the part that's lifted, in the in the field.
Right.
That was great too.
Yeah, because you couldn't touch it. No, don't touch her, because it's illegal.
Oh, right.
But see, this is when you don't have so much source that they put in today's movies. You could have themes and build. Right. The tension with music and see this kids.
And why don't they do it now? Because it's expensive?
No, because they want source. They put a rock song
They
in.
want an
They
album.
want an album. Here we had a Billy Joel, but it was all 40s stuff.
Right.
Can I have time out?
Didn't one of the refs, the umpires rather, I'm in the wrong sport. It's almost basketball season. The umps pass out.
Oh yeah.
and we had to carry him off.
It was hot.
It was very hot. And the crowd, I swear to God, I told the crowd, please don't clap. Pretend you're clapping because it doesn't match
Right.
when you're cutting from different angles. So everything had to be wiped and redone again. Well,
This is my favorite part of the whole movie. Running these bases was so fun.
well, this shot was
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous crane shot.
the Luma. Yeah, this was the Luma, which I watched Stephen do. See, that's her. Look good to me, Ellen Sue. I like that. Look good.
Here's a pitch.
I was so proud that when I ran them, I hit the inside corner of all the bases with the appropriate
Yeah, and
foot.
what did you do after
So
you hit home?
Puked my guts out, but that's
Yeah.
not on TV.
It's not in the movie, but every take you threw up. Because you drank and smoked.
Penny,
Well,
who's
you
smoking
did.
right now?
Well,
Not
I didn't
me.
have to run the bases.
We're sitting in a little tiny room. I love this. This is so cool.
That's a good shot.
Bam! I hit that sucker.
You did hit it.
Watch these feet. Telling ya.
Okay, you said it right over Biddy's, though.
Yeah, but Biddy runs
That's you.
funny.
Boom. I
Well,
stepped
we
on
had
Biddy.
to cut it. We did. You did it all in one take, but we do have
There's
to.
Patty.
That's my big special effects slow-mo. That's all I can do.
Who did I hit? I hit him.
It was her.
The second girl.
Yeah. Amanda, was her
Yeah.
name?
That's me, because there's my underwear. Yeah.
No, that's you.
See, did she drop the ball on purpose or did she not? So after this scene, yeah, after watching the movie, Lola and Babalu said, we wrote it for the wrong team. The wrong team.
The whole movie. The Peaches lose the World Series.
What are we
But
writing for
see,
this team for?
Lori, but Kit
see,
and Marla
everyone has
won.
a reaction.
I'm
you
not
see,
in it.
so that's what makes it alive. And that's what I hate on television when they pan and scan it. There's only two people in the picture. And there's a long, that's why this is shot in anamorphic. Because,
Sad Peaches.
and we had to do one with her happy for you. One take.
But and then people think that she dropped the ball.
Yeah, but they don't even care. They wonder, why isn't she with Tom? I mean, what can I tell you? But Rose, it was good. See, each one has a moment. I mean, the pictures are made up of moments, not just what the lead's writing. And Nolan Babalu were great because they will write extra pages always. I'll put it in the script. Give me some extra Moe and Rowe pages. Give me some extra this page.
Look at his little hat.
There's his wife. Well, because the Clark Gable bars will make sense with his wife. But this is all made up. And this is a scene that Kit originally came in and had the scene with Dottie in here.
Right.
But it didn't work so well because they didn't believe they didn't speak for... And you were real good in the scene, so we did the reshoot on the scene. But I could, Rosie must have done 18 lines. I could eat a cow. I'm so depressed I could eat a this.
Oh, right, I remember that.
So this is the reshoot scene that's on the lot in Columbia at Sony.
I remember that.
You gotta practice really hard. Well, what's your name?
But I still have those banners at home. I have a Racine.
I have one. I have my uniform. I kept my uniform.
I have one.
Didn't you give it to Cooperstown?
Oh, that's right. I gave it to them when they put it in the
we
Hall
all
of
did.
Fame. That's right. Well, okay, I had it. And I
me
gave
too.
It to them.
I still have my underwear, my 40s underwear.
Get dirty.
So I still have all the
They say
Madonna
your,
gave us
your,
all
your
underwear.
uniform's too clean.
Madonna gave us those Peaches underwear, remember?
Silk top pants that said
it,
peaches.
on them.
Did she? I didn't get any of them.
It was for the team, I guess. I don't know.
You were
Of course, a fortune to make a movie. You got to give the whole crew, the whole cast.
That's why we made those T-shirts. I went to Madonna the first week and said, "You're the only person who's done a concert tour. We have how many people in this movie to give gifts to?"
But I have to give to everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
The crew
Oh, it's
and
better
stuff.
to give than to receive.
Yes, but of course the crew jackets, the crew this, the thing.
Hey, I found little dry cleaners who would sign a release to not sell Madonna's photo.
No, well, I've
When they
never
made those
sold any of
T-shirts,
those
so I'd be
T-shirts.
sued for $1 million.
No, I never.
No, I know, but the ones that we did do for the crew,
But
we had
this
to
is a
sign
scene
more
that-
paperwork than our contracts.
But this is sisterly love. But you'll see when they go. I mean, the studio wanted me to reshoot. I was fine with the other scene, to be honest. But whenever I start a movie, the people who were in charge are never there when I come back. From the biggest guys, the other guys, they're not there. And so they wanted the audience to cry here because they didn't understand why they do cry at the end.
Right.
Why they're crying at people we don't know, because it's the real ladies, the older people. They wanted to end with Kit and Dottie getting on the bus. Well, that ain't the ending. That's not the ending of the movie.
Right.
And I actually tested it that way once, saying, "Help me out, guys. Let me see it." But I was innocent and stupid there, and said, "Okay, I'll test it once. It goes down 1 point. I quit." They said, "No, they had to quit because I had final cut." Who got me there? But you couldn't.
I snuck into one of those testings, Penny, incognito.
Did you?
I was pregnant and I had thick glasses and a trench coat and put my hair up. I did.
I liked it too.
I was the first time I ever see myself on a screen.
Well, it gave kids, I mean, even the little kids who were at the beginning of this scene, we didn't know. They didn't want to make this movie particularly.
Megan and I did 10 years practically of going around the country doing card shows with the original ladies, and they didn't want to let the ladies, unless they had some of the actors, sometimes have a table at the card shows, even though every two-bit carny from selling books and cards on sports could get a table. So Megan and I went, 7 different states, and
Hawaii.
helped them get women's baseball started in 17 cities so that there could possibly be a farm league from elementary school up to college for women's baseball. And the amazing thing is every single women's sports has excelled except women's baseball in the last 10, 11 years.
Well, except in the Olympics.
Except in the Olympics. But now Canada has a women's, Japan, Korea, they're starting
women's football.
I get contacted by the heads of all the women's leagues still to come and speak. And they're going to put you in the Baseball Women's Hall of Fame, Mom.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
really?
decided at the reunion this year that you're going to be inducted.
Do I get to go to Cooperstown? I love Cooperstown. I love it.
Me too.
I'll see you.
But see, this is where they wanted Jimmy to be with Dottie. They don't understand that. It's 1943, you just don't get divorced like that.
Right.
And she loved her husband. And she was afraid of life, Gina's character.
Right.
She didn't want to go away. She was happy at home.
I think it tells more of a story if she's torn than if she gets the guy.
Yeah, totally.
And then it says what the women went through.
That's
Women came up,
for
PE
boys.
coaches, girls, athletes, women came up and cried to us
Well, no, there's
in gratitude for every scene of this movie.
I know.
For giving them
Oh,
something
this
to
is
believe
where
in.
the studio wanted it to end. Here.
Wow.
That was Bob, huh? Yeah. Nice guy.
Because, this is why they were, because our leads were here.
Hey, Kit! Lay off of those high ones.
Yeah.
I like the high one.
And it's all your bandages that one.
Those are my Michael Jackson fingers to go with my Michael Jordan outfit.
Michael Jackson.
You had the MJ thing going.
All right, you had, that's what's stuck on the initial. She looks beautiful there, Gina.
Pepper Pear Davis, who wrote this song, was the consultant for us, and she came down and stayed with us for, 4 months?
Yeah, well, we changed the melody because it didn't go into score as well, the original melody. So Elliot's father wrote a different melody that went into the score. That's why we re-recorded it. No, it's the same
Remember,
lyrics.
we had to do the jingle loop.
The jingle loop.
Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. That's what Rosie couldn't do. But the whole deal was to get the in casting. This poor girl. her hand was just black and blue from punching the glove and catching the ball, Lynn. But we had our girls read the parts and then sent to casting because all these women, older women, were coming in trying to read like them, by like them their own personalities, and I didn't want their personalities. I needed us.
You did such a great job. So many these women look so much like.
They came down, remember, and watched you girls,
Right.
and then you said, "No, my hair would be like this. No, my hair would be like." She's a real player. There's our producer, Bobby Greenhut. And there's Bobby Greenhut, and that's Pickles. That's who taught Rosie how to pitch the 2 balls. And I made that up, and the writers got mad, but it's a layup.
That's funny.
And that's a real player, Alice.
Thanks, Alice.
Old Alice is a real
Yeah.
player. And see, there goes a shoulder.
That's you, Megan.
I know.
See, so that's the
Marla.
callback, Marla, for the shoulder.
Oh, Marla.
And I couldn't put in
Betty
the
just
rest
sits
of
there
this
grinning.
scene, the lift that was taken in the middle of this, because Lynn's voice is down here. if you recall.
Right.
Because the audience didn't buy the Kit and Dottie didn't see each other for 40 years. They would not buy that. That's what they wrote. I mean, that's what the writers wrote. And they said they would be, they the parents, the kids. So that's why it's
Right.
all looped back at the Hall of Fame. And this is really Cooperstown. I forgot you girls weren't there. So when we went last year,
It was amazing.
That's the first time I'd been.
Me too.
yeah, I know.
Patricia Wilson. That's my.
This is from a
these
true
are
story.
great.
This guy's story is from a true.
That's sort of what started it, right?
One of the things that happened in real life.
You remember?
Yeah.
He looked just like that kid.
He sure does.
This makes me cry every time I watch.
Well, Angel. My goodness. Where's your mom?
Mom died a couple years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. She was a real nice lady. And a damn fine
This
ball
part
player.
is on it.
Yeah.
This is when he says,
When I heard about this, I
owed it to her.
just felt like I owed it to her to be here. She always said it was the best time she ever had in her whole
So
life.
this is where I go each time.
But it's the best time every one of them had.
I know. And the great thing is that it gave these women a life.
Yeah, it did.
And after this, too, because a lot of them were like licking stamps for the government and not doing anything in their 70s and had nothing going on except their memories.
And here, because they didn't say, why, they kept saying, well, the audience kept saying, why isn't Tom there? So I had to do it unconscionable, another bad shot, where we zoom in, pan down, dead, dead,
Because he's
dead.
dead.
I remember doing when I was researching for this role, and I couldn't find anything about this league.
No, there wasn't
Right,
anything.
no.
I saw a documentary.
Right.
And that's not where their room really is.
No.
No, in fact, to this day, more people come to the Cooperstown Hall of Fame asking about the women players than they do any other player in history.
That's what we heard when we were in Cooperstown.
Oh, I'm sure some of the guys want to see Ted. Well, now they want to see Ted, but my brother got to go. I mean, because he wasn't there either. None of the actors were here.
Ladies,
The original cast.
it's my honor.
And so my brother got to go and went to the archives, and he had the best time that time we went up there.
I kissed Shoeless Joe Jackson's mitt.
And there was a whole scene with you and all the Megan and him, but I didn't redo that. I didn't add that in. So this is all the pictures that Lewis took.
Right.
So this was, these women, this is the scene that was shot. I only had a couple of days to shoot this because the women, the real players, had a reunion in Florida or something, so I was going to lose around 8 of them. So I said, I just had to figure, I said, I don't know what to do, ladies. My brother has that in his living room.
Oh, that's great.
I gave it to him. But they said, don't worry about it, Penny. We'll just consider it a doubleheader. And we shot 24 hours straight. This is like at 5 in the morning. Glenn's closed up. No, so they just they were sleeping on the benches in the Hall of Fame. They were like, these are 70-year-old ladies.
Right.
Yeah, but how cool is that?
They're great.
Sleeping on the benches at Cooperstown to finally be recognized 50 years after you did the most extraordinary thing in women's sports.
Well, the first day shooting on Preacher's Life, I had the same crew, and we got snowed 6 inches, so we couldn't get into Yonkers.
Those are real ladies.
Yeah, these are all the real ladies except for the actor. But the crew, because we shot 24 hours the first day of shooting because we were locked out we couldn't get through the snowstorm, so they started saying, "We are the members."
Oh, that's great.
Because I use the same people as much as possible because they're a great crew. So this was all changed around from the script.
I want to see you in a skirt suit, Laurie.
And I just had to keep the hair. I just did.
See, that it's like the family knows each other, so, because they didn't believe they wouldn't talk. So you got real players and you got actors mixed in here. Actresses, rather. And some of them have passed on now, of the real players.
Faye Dancer, who played Madonna's role, passed away last year. Megan and I went to that service.
Yeah, I sent a big baseball flower deal or something.
I'm crying.
And this is, these were the great women. That's why I made the film, was for these people.
Megan and I both had baby showers and had the original ladies throw us the most incredible
baby shower.
All the way through, taking our little boys to play Little League.
That's why I put their positions and rosters rather than just casts.
Just 2 years ago, I threw out a first pitch at Safeco, and there were about 10 original ladies there that all ran out to their positions, and I got to throw out the first pitch of the season. It's beautiful.
We did Palm Springs. We did Kansas City.
This is Madonna's song, which you did a real good job of. We used to use Frank Sinatra's song.
There used to be a ballpark right here.
In Tampa.
Yeah.
But all these actors and actresses, this was about probably the best experience of my life in making a movie.
Yeah, anybody done a better movie since?
Nope. This is it, man.
Acted in one? No, this was the last one I did that I was happy with. And look at this cast of people from Tay. Everyone's got a career out of this almost.
Penny, you know how to pick them. I tell you, you know how to pick them.
No, then they start telling you who you have to have in your movie. Leave me alone. I'm pretty good in the cast. These are all the real ladies.
Yeah, they are.
That one had a stroke. She had a slight...
Watch this hit. She got brushed back. I remember seeing one.
No, one of them does a great hit.
Yeah.
They just slide.
His tail.
The tail is starting.
To get to live most men's dream.
No, Tom had the greatest time. The Brodado and them at the Dodgers would let him.
Every one of our lives were pretty much changed by it, I think.
Yeah.
I was playing catch with Tom in Wrigley Field. He goes, Laurie, you ever lay in bed and go, wouldn't it be cool if? I go, yeah. He goes, that's today. He did.
Truly.
He goes, that's right now.
That's how I felt this entire movie.
Not only did we get to relive history, we got to recreate it for
all
girls
these
again.
I know.
How about when the Silver Bullets came that time?
That's right. God.
I love getting mobbed by girls' baseball teams that are like 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah. Everywhere. No, I'm huge at Disneyland. Anytime someone's under 17, it's beautiful.
Isn't it wonderful?
But it gave kids,
kids,
boys
PE teachers,
but
teachers, dads
girls were allowed to, fathers were allowed to play catch
with their
daughters,
That's
and
right.
they gave them heroines, someone to look up to. I want to thank y'all for listening to us Babylon about this, but it did mean a lot to all of us who made the movie.
Yeah, everyone on
And,
the crew. We made
And the crew we moved, the cast.
The All-American
This
College
is a good
Professional
hit.
Baseball Players.
And we appreciate you listening and buying it.
Yeah, thank you. Go play ball, get dirty.
Dirt in the skirt.
Go forth, ladies. Fill in the gaps.